welcome to Podcast First Player, episode 269. I'm one of your hosts, Cal, and as always, I'm joined by a man who women call stupid until they find out how much he earns. Then they call him stupid and poor. Tony Dan. At ease, soldier. At ease.
Good evening, Captain.
How are you?
Righteous.
Righteous.
As Bill and Ted.
I was going to say, is this in like a noble fashion or a excellent?
As in Shakespeare, yeah. Or vengeful.
Ooh, they're two very different ones, though. Shakespeare?
No, it's coming for me. I almost had a bard attack.
Hey-oh!
That's the funniest joke you're going to hear tonight. So thanks very much for tuning in, everybody.
What an excellent start to a podcast.
Oh, unreal.
That was really good. None of that was planned either.
No, I swear to God. Sponsored by Pepsi.
No, sponsored by... this week's episode is brought to you by WiMiUS and their P64 FHD Projector, which in our review, we said the P64 is a genuine delight, bringing the cinema feel into your home.
I'm laughing at my own joke like an absolute
Trying to do a plug.
Sorry. In the middle of an ad read. I'm so sorry. Sorry, everyone.
Bringing the cinema feel into your home in a modern package with ease of use, settings, and beautiful clarity. You can check out the full view by the link in the description. But it's great, Dan. It's there.
Yes, it is.
There.
It is. And you've only just put up a review of that, and it looks fucking good, mate.
It's very good. It's a very, very good projector. And sneak peek, Dan, they're sending a new one.
Hey!
So that's how well it went. I will say, we've had a bit of activity on the old video. And I'm going to name drop some people. Because I'm real angry.
Good activity, bad activity?
Well, basically, the first review that went on the old video said, bearing in mind, if you watch the review, there's footage from Spider-Man 2 from PlayStation 5, Mario Wonder on Switch. I also played Mario Kart 8 on Switch, did a Resident Evil 2 remake on Xbox and Minecraft on Xbox as well. And then the first review says, the input lags 89 milliseconds. It's not good for gaming at all. It's not 89 milliseconds. I did a test, so I know exactly, well, a rough idea of what it is. Luckily, after my reply, where I didn't kick off or anything, I just corrected them. But somebody else commented and said the highest that they've got it is 30, which is...
Well done, legendary commenter who came in to say, yeah, actually, you're wrong there. Sorry, bud.
It's not like 1 millisecond, but at most...
Also, a millisecond, I don't understand how people could be that bothered about it. Like, if you're doing, like, maybe if you're doing sort of like, you know, high octane, intense Warzone, you know, every second, a millisecond even counts. Sure, but it seems more like it's a family-friendly projector to watch films and stuff on.
If they watched the review, which clearly they didn't, I say in the review, unless you're doing esports, you're not going to notice. And even if you are, it's not that noticeable anyway. And then the day after that, I did a 4-player Mario Kart thingy onto it, and I won. So it can't be that bad.
So clearly it works?
Yeah, because I'm shit.
Well, that's true.
But
so there, take that, commentators.
Yeah, that's all it is.
For interacting, how dare you?
Well, no, just don't come out with just a blatant lie.
Well, maybe it's someone who's looking at the wrong model or something like that. Devil's advocate.
Potentially.
People like to interact. We tell people to interact, so shut the fuck up.
Anyway, Dan, I got some big, fat, more silly news.
I know probably exactly what you're going to say, Callum.
Do you, Dan?
And I am going to say this. Long time coming.
I don't know if that's the same thing.
Ooh,
so I'm going to let you say your thing first, and I'll tell you if it's my thing.
Okay. Rooster Teeth is shutting down.
I didn't even know that was news.
Yep.
I'm going to quickly open up a browser tab. Is that a real thing, Dan?
Like as of today, yeah, they're shut down or will be shutting down.
Yeah, shut down by Warner Brothers Discovery. Wow.
And as I say, it's about time.
I mean, everyone's left.
Everything was good, yeah. They get no engagement on anything anymore. Like all the video numbers have all dropped off. If you even just follow their Instagram, like whenever they put up a post or something, there's always like 8 comments. It's just like, aren't you like the biggest gaming network that still exists? Or like not gaming, like YouTube network. Sorry,
it's being sold.
Good, because that went well for like fucking Inside Gaming and Machinima and stuff, didn't it? When they just got packed in.
All I'm worried about,
all the people that draw crowds, they will go and start their own.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
They'll continue their careers, which is good. But it's such a. I mean, we've talked about this for years, literally at this point. Not every time we've sort of talked about anything, but you know, you've sort of mentioned like various. Like channels and networks and things like that.
Fuckface.
Yeah, exactly, that podcast. And I think that it's become too big and bloated, and it's overreached as to what its kind of core concepts and what made it good over years, basically.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's not to say that they're only putting out shit content. It's not to say. It's just that people have outgrown them. I think it's like The Simpsons. You know, people have just kind of gone. It's not what it used to be, and it's not what I enjoyed. Like Funhouse, I stopped watching years ago, basically after whenever Adam cheated on his missus or whatever it was, and he was fired, and then Lawrence had left, and Bruce had left, and Joel had left, and it was only kind of like James and Elise that were holding it together for me, and then the rest of the new sort of hosts that they brought in, I was just sort of like, do you know what? I put like 6 years or whatever of time in with the other ones and got to know them in that sort of weird way,
I know what you mean though.
I liked them. I liked their humor. I liked how they talked to each other. They had good like banter and stuff like that. And to have a new cast that would come in, it'd be like watching Whose Line and just go, Ryan Stiles and Colin Mockery and Greg Bray. Yeah, they're all gone. Here's a new bunch. You'd be like, I don't know if they're going to be any good, and I don't really want to commit the time to learning, to be fair.
But that's the thing with something like this, though, is like, even though I still watch some of the Rooster Teeth, did watch some of the Rooster Teeth content. Mainly, there's certain shows that I would still watch of Funhouse. They've got like a kind of like a demo disc style show, and it's normally the same group of people, which is James, Elise, Jacob, and I want to say his name's Ryan, and they're typically very good together.
See, Ryan and Jacob, they were kind of like on the so Ryan more so because he's far more of a character than most people that they have, but in a good way, like Lindsay as well. But they kind of came in on the cusp of, I'm sort of not really watching this anymore. And it's just sort of like, oh, okay, well, there's like a Lawrence and a Bruce and a James one, I'll watch that. And then it's like, oh, it's Ryan and James and Bruce. Yeah, maybe I'll watch that. And it's like, oh, it's Lindsay and it's Ryan and it's Jacob and it's someone else. I'm like, I'm not too fussed. Like, you know, maybe if you came and say, oh, I've seen this new video or whatever, I'll go check it out. But it's you just sort of drift apart. It is like an old friend to a degree.
It's like someone you went to school with.
Exactly. You know, and if you don't have that level of exposure anymore, then, you know, you're not really going to care anymore. And the rest of the stuff that they put out, I was never super keen on in the first place, even when it was like as big as it was. I mean, you had a lot more knowledge about it because, you know, I absolutely say that there's a lot of inspiration that we've drawn from when we're kind of like, how are we going to, you know, do videos? Obviously not as like a business plan, but like... No, but
content-wise, you know, and like...
Yeah, like, oh, we like the way that they do a certain thing, you know, we'll start to incorporate that kind of thing. And now we can do it without being sued as well, great. We can start doing Steam Roulette or whatever.
I still think some of our videos are edited better, but...
I disagree.
No, I would honestly say, like, in terms of production value and stuff, even a lot like the Funhouse stuff is nowhere near as good as it used to be, but it was Adam, Bruce, and James did
Peak.
And Peak.
No, like James, I don't think did as much.
Yeah, James used to edit quite a lot of stuff.
No, he used to, but again, like when you kind of move up within the ranks.
Yeah. I know
that's why they
Adam
had, like,
did
all
for
the
a long
interns and
time.
stuff.
Like Peak was your main one for as long as he was there, I think.
He was like an award-winning producer.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing, but like
Yeah, absolutely.
a lot of the particularly Photoshop stuff for thumbnails and that, a lot of the tutorials and stuff was Adam's. Like he had a separate channel where he used to do like, I suppose vlogs, but for the most part it was like, I never knew you could do this on Photoshop or in Premiere Pro or whatever and stuff like that. But I think this is different. People are going to be crying and getting all upset and lots of other stuff.
I'd
like,
say that
community-wise,
that's going to be a very small percentage of people these days.
Yeah, they'll still be there, but it's not like we go, oh, this TV show's been cancelled and we're never going to get another season of it ever again, and we don't know how it's going to end or anything else. It'll just go, Funhouse will just become its own channel again. The Let's Play guy, like the fuckface guys who also do Let's Plays, they'll just have their own channel. Everyone who's already got that following will just go and like and subscribe on this channel now. Like nothing will change for them in that sense, because it's the biggest problem with like a YouTube conglomerate like Rooster Teeth is the showrunners and the talent still have to do the same tasks and jobs that they were doing when they were independent. They've got to get that interaction. They've got to get the likes. They've got to get the shares. They've got to get everything else. But they're getting that for Rooster Teeth and then getting paid that way. Whereas now, they've just got to do it.
You do it yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I think it'll be a good thing for a lot of the ones that I don't care about and not too fussed. But
no, I agree. I think that it's, if anything, it will kind of give people a chance to reevaluate and go, well, do I kind of want to still work with this big team?
Yeah.
You know, do I like the sort of setup that I've got, or do I want to go, you know, a bit more independent, or do, you know, I've got like a really good friendship or chemistry with X person. Maybe we just do a thing rather than we're like part of a thing. Or the whole company's just bought up by some other conglomerate and they go, sure, you work for us now. Yeah. But that could again
maybe
be
Microsoft will buy them.
Maybe, yeah. No, I don't want that showing up on Game Pass every day. But if they had like sort of like, oh, you know, now we've been bought by another company and they just want to make us into, you know, mindless drones, just going, smash that, subscribe, fucking, oh, yeah. And it's just, they'd just be like, forget it. This isn't the company that I joined. Yeah. So, you know, maybe they'll all sort of bounce, or, you know, they'll be replaced. Maybe they'll come back even better and harder and stronger and cooler and faster than they ever did, you know, before. But I've not given a shit about that whole channel for company.
For me personally, since Bernie left, Bernie was the face of the company, and when he left, smartly,
it's like fucking 800 people that work there now. It's just like this isn't the sort of the. It's like watching your mates through a window. It's sort of like, oh, and who are you now? Oh, you're someone else that's just getting into it. Okay, and who are you? Oh, you do a voice on a TV show that they make. What TV show is that? Is a thing that Warner Brothers make. Is it cool? Okay.
That's the biggest problem with it, is in the peak when it was, not to everyone's taste, but when it was popular and good, it wasn't big. There was still only like 20 people tops.
Yeah, who had their own channels.
Yeah, but now, prior to today, it's 20 people per fucking channel, and it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ, you don't need this many people when you're not. Yeah. I know they've made, like, obviously got Laser Team, which was a full movie that went into cinemas and stuff, but it just feel like they got too big for the boots.
I've said this for years, mate. Like, as soon as they started doing like anime, and then they started doing like crossovers with like DC stuff, and I'm just sort of like, this is Warner Brothers just like trying to knit them. I mean, to be
fair, Ruby was made before. I think that was made before the acquisition.
Oh no, that's absolutely been made years ago. But it just seemed like, because then they did like the Genlock thing with like the.
That had loads of celebrity people in it. That did.
Yeah, it was like some sort of anime.
It's like an anime mech thing,
mech suit pilot thing, and I think they did a Transformers thing. Like, they've just been tied up in a bunch of different stuff. You know,
the Transformers show was actually on Netflix, and it was really good.
Yeah, you liked that. I remember you talking about that.
Really good. And I think that was only in Rooster Teeth in name, and some of the animators worked on it. But yeah, that was real good. That was. But again, That's not on the YouTube channel. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably good that they've grown and they've tried to change or whatever. But personally, I just lost interest in it years ago.
Yeah,
like it all fell apart as soon as it became like a TV network almost.
It's basically what they aimed to be, isn't it? Which, to be fair, if you look at the landscape, that seemed to be where that media was going. So before you'd go, oh, this is this new TV show on a TV channel. But now most people watch YouTube more than they watch TV. So it would make sense for that landscape to go that way. But we saw it fail with like G4. That failed fucking miserably. And that was the same kind of thing. Machinima. Smosh. These are all like big, almost TV style networks on YouTube. Even YouTube's own TV shit failed. So
yeah.
But no, I didn't know that, Dan. What I was going to hit you with, Dan, is Ghost of Tsushima is coming to PC.
I didn't know that. When? Like today?
No, this year though.
Oh well, I'm already loading up.
No, it's not on yet, Dan. Sucker Punch announced that Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut will be released for PC on May 16th.
Yay!
So, May, very close.
Like 2 months, man.
And it includes the full game, the Iki Island expansion, and the online multiplayer Legends mode.
Interesting. Now, Callum, I'm going to do a Google, and you know exactly what I'm going to Google, don't you?
Google Boogle.
Yeah. What am I Googling?
CD keys.
Nope.
I don't know.
I'm Googling, Callum. When did Ghost of Tsushima come out?
Well, it was out
was
on
July 2020.
4 years ago.
So that's 4 years.
As most of the others have been.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that this is more than just a, it's just they're just trying to test the water. Now, maybe this is okay. Well, this seems to work well. We'll do 4 years, and then we'll do a port, and we'll give them all the DLC, like everything that came with it. We'll give them all of that in one big go.
Maybe.
And then it breathes a bit more life into it after people have lost interest. And presumably there's a second one that's out in a couple of years anyway.
Well, I don't know, because obviously with all the fucking layoffs and stuff, I don't know if Sucker Punch was affected by layoffs. But I would assume that this is the game they would be working... Not this game, but Ghost of Tsushima is the game they're working on, the sequel. But I have also heard rumblings that we're getting a new Sly Cooper, and that's also made by these.
I was looking at Ratchet and Clank the other day. Rift Dimensions or whatever it's called.
Ratchet and Clank. Oh my god, what's it called?
I
want to say Drifts Apart, but it's not. The new one, anyway. Yeah.
Because that is on CD keys.
Yes.
That's been around for a while. And I was just like, it kind of looks great.
It's great. It is really good. Really, really good.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a bit more careful, Callum. A careful Callum, what you would say. Because I'm just sort of like, I've got Midnight Suns, as I mentioned the other week. CD keys, sort me out there. Thank you very much. But there's not been anything I've actually bought new. Or bought in general, to be fair. Like, pretty much everything that I'm sort of like, oh, that looks kind of fun. Oh, that looks cool. It's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and like, there's the new Warhammer Bolt gun or something like that. That's just popped up on there as well. So I installed that yesterday. Actually, kind of great. It's like an old school Doom, but like, it's a more modern version of Doom, but it has the same kind of aesthetics and stuff, and it's just proper gory and dead cool. So I'm gonna blast through that. But I started playing Baldur's Gate with my mate.
Oh, you're doing the multiplayer now?
As like a multiplayer thing. And Callum, I've already put like, what was it, 120?
I think it's more than that.
No, I don't think it is.
I think it was 700.
It's 173. So take off maybe 10 for like this new multiplayer thing. So that's about 150-ish hours.
I was going to say, does it separate it out? So single player, multiplayer.
Oh, yeah, it is a different thing. Yeah. Absolutely it is, yeah. But it's also drop in, drop out. So you could, I think it's just, you could just be doing your own. Like, so we obviously started a separate save, but I think you could just jump in and just be.
So I could start playing it today and just join yours.
And jump into my campaign, absolutely, yeah. And like we get a companion each, and it just makes like the combat stuff so much easier because we can like, okay, well we can plan this out, we can do this, but even in just sort of like the first sort of like 10 hours or so, we've already both seen things that neither of us have seen before.
That's good.
Because we're just following different story paths and things like that, or we're just sort of talking about like, oh, what do you reckon, to try and save these, or what happened the last time you tried this? Oh, well, they all got killed or whatever. But like having someone that you can kind of plan combat moves through and support each other and stuff, I didn't think I could enjoy the game more.
But that makes it more like a D&D campaign, though.
Exactly.
That's what you would be doing, isn't it? Not that I mean, I don't know because I haven't played either. But
no, but you're quite right. You've got a certain amount of time to kind of just talk things through and go, well, the last time we tried this, it teleported up here, so if we try and space ourselves out so we don't get poisoned at the same time, and we do this, and that might work, and then okay, well, we can come back and try that again. Like you can actually have someone to kind of bounce ideas off. And it like again, the fact that I'm already sort of like, I've never been here before. I've never talked to this guy before. What the fuck's that all about? And like we've just got like new missions to explore because we've just not done the same things.
Game of the year.
Which there's a reason it won so many awards, mate.
Well,
it's fucking great.
Do you know what didn't win loads of awards? But it is on Xbox Game Pass, not PC.
Something I'm going to be gutted.
I don't know.
It's not on PC.
I won't say gutted, but Dead Island 2.
Oh no, I am kind of gutted. I saw a video about this the other day, and I was like, "Oh, this actually does look great."
I think it's. I've installed it, but I haven't played it. But
it's the best version of Dead Island, I think, so far.
Yeah, definitely. I enjoyed the first one, to be fair.
I think there's been 3 or 4 of them. I think.
Was there?
Yeah, there was Dead Island, and then there was Dead Island something, which was sort of like a cartoon, not a cartoon, like a sort of cel-shaded kind of thing.
I don't know about that one.
Because 2 was supposed to come out, and then that got binned off or pushed back indefinitely. There was definitely something else that I'll have a little Google. I can't remember what it was called.
I'll just double check while you're having a look as well. That it's definitely not gone on.
It's Dead Island Riptide.
Oh, Riptide! Yeah.
And yeah, there was another one called Escape Dead Island. So yeah, there was that one. Might be a mobile game though. Actually, yeah, I think it is. Is it? No, it's on Steam. Yeah. Either way, though, I knew that there'd been more than just 1 and 2. But 2 seems to be. Oh, like remember that fucking trailer? That incredible
just walking
trailer
down the street with the fucking headphones on.
Like I've still got that song. It's called "The Bomb" by Pigeon John, I think it is. Like I've still got that on my Spotify list, and it's just whenever it comes on, I'm just sort of like. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just like, no zombies, no, all good, yeah.
Oh,
like, but that trailer was fucking sick, and
good trailer.
It seems like this second one now is like, oh, this is actually a really good incarnation of it. So yeah, I kind of am gutted that it's not on PC, but that's not to say
it will. It definitely will.
That it won't be.
Just on the trailer. Goat Simulator recreated that trailer for the.
Yeah, they did. Amazing.
So I haven't played it. So I've installed it, but I haven't played it.
Yep.
I did have a quick look on PC after. I was like, man, because I think it's
I would have told you. Oh, is it?
I'm pretty sure it is. I could be wrong, and I could be massively lying.
It doesn't seem like the sort of game that would be, to be fair. Like, although like Dying Light, that is multiplayer. We played that together, didn't we?
Dying Light, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good game. I never got the second one. I'm hoping that pops up on Game Pass.
Have I played the second one?
It's the newer one. It came out like 2 years ago.
I've definitely played it. Yeah, it's got co-op.
Well, there's. Oh no way! There we go.
So it better come to fucking PC Game Pass.
Yeah, I'll absolutely be picking that up if that's the case. But yeah, I haven't bought anything new for a while. Trying to be a good boy. Well, I say that, and then I went and spent like 100. What was it? No.
On jerky.
Sort of 60 quid on. No, I went to like an amazing restaurant. I sent you pictures of it, I think, in Manchester last week with friend of the show, Joe. And I was just sort of like, man, that could have been like 2 new games. I mean, to be fair, I don't regret it. It was a fucking amazing meal.
Good.
But with like Ghost of Tsushima coming out now, I'm just sort of like, fuck's sake, that's like 35 quid I got to spend on that. But then I'm sort of like, well, I still haven't got around to buying The Last of Us yet, so I need to get that. and I haven't bought the bloody Ratchet and Clank yet. So I'm trying to do my part to keep Sony pumping games into the PC market
by holding out.
But I'm very excited for that to come out. So that's
I thought you would be.
probably going to be a day one. CD keys, hook me up.
A beautiful little addition as well is the PC version supports ultra wide monitors. So I'm set for. It's optimized for both 21:9 and 32:9 resolution, as well as 48:9 resolution for triple monitor setups.
Ooh. So you can have a proper 1, 2, 3 kind of.
One of the best things about I think visually for this game, it looks amazing anyway, and playing it out on like a nice big 4K TV is really nice. But because of the letterbox feel of the film. Like the way it's made, and then that'll look really nice on a nice long fucking monitor. That'll look real fucking cool. Not cool enough that I'll buy the game again, but
no, I wouldn't suggest that you do. Again, if it was something that had a multiplayer component, then I'd be like,
let's
do it together.
It's got a multiplayer thingy to it.
What, like a deathmatch mode or something?
No, so you play as different. If I remember rightly, because I only played a little bit of it, you play as clans and you have to like kill loads of people and stuff. It was all right. I wouldn't go, man, don't even bother with single player, just play the multiplayer. But it's an okay addition.
I think I'm far more. I prefer like the multiplayer that is the single player.
Yeah.
So like you can play it on your own, or you can play it with someone.
Oh, it's definitely
that's usually like
it's
an
definitely
enhancement.
It's definitely not just taking the single player and adding bits to it.
But then I'll get it for me then if that's the case. But yeah, very much looking forward to that. So excellent news, and news that wasn't spoiled for me.
Yeah, you didn't even know. You spoiled news for me.
No. Yeah. Oh man, I wish I'd had like a whole thing put together. But I figured that you'd be telling me that.
I'll be honest. I put the news together, and I don't think I've looked at it today.
Well, it would have been a fairly recent announcement because I nearly sent a screenshot or a snip of it to you from Twitter X, and I was like, "Oh, if he doesn't know, I can surprise him about this because this would be an interesting thing." But
it's a big old bombshell.
I still stick to my original comment of it's about time because 4 years is far too long to wait for a game like that to come out on PC.
Oh, for you talking about Rooster?
No, that's what I mean. It applies to both.
Well, they're longer than 4 years, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
No, I mean it's a long time coming that they finally shut down. It's a long time coming that this is finally coming out on PC.
Yeah. Got you.
That's what I mean.
Well, Dan.
Yeah.
Speaking of new things, there's another John Wick TV series in the works.
Oh, I still haven't watched The Continental.
Well,
you dickhead.
Following The Continental, another John Wick spin-off TV series is in the works. Lionsgate executive Michael Burns said this week during a Morgan Stanley speaking event, Lionsgate is planning to shop a new John Wick show to networks in the future. That's all Burns had to say on the subject. However, in talking of the Continental, Ian McShane, who starred as... Winston.
Not the concierge, the owner, the hotel manager. Yeah.
He said that the Continental was a cash grab and the filmmakers were not involved.
That doesn't surprise me because otherwise you would have had Lance Reddick, you would have had him, you would have had Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah. I doubt they would have been able to get Keanu probably, but
it's
they would have been
set before, isn't it? Like Keanu
no. Again, that's what I mean. Like. That's my point. Is that you're doing a thing that's set in the world of a particular guy who's the coolest, and then you don't include him whatsoever. It's Gotham.
Yeah, I was going to say it's Gotham all over again, but we should still watch it.
Yes, I honestly was meaning to because it's only like 4 or 5 parts.
3 episodes, but I think they're like 2 hours.
Yeah, like
apiece.
An hour and a half.
Yeah.
I genuinely meant to. I can't remember why I didn't because it all popped up at basically the same time. Well, it's certainly all on there now, and I think it's just because like Amazon isn't trying to force it down my throat with being on the featured page.
that's a sign in itself, Dan. You can't go on without Reacher punching you in the face.
That's true. It's either Krasinski or Richardson who are just sort of there with guns and buns out.
Guns and buns. That should be the tagline for the next Expendables movie. Like,
Guns
just
and
guns
buns.
and buns.
Well, I think the next Expendables is like Expendables 5 or whatever, which has got like Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, Dolph Lundgren, and then that's pretty much it. Then it's just like a whole new cast.
Megan Fox, 50 Cent.
Fox isn't in it.
Megan Fox is in it. 50 Cent is in it.
That well-known action star, Megan Fox, is she counting her Transformers days, maybe?
Well, I funnily enough.
Or Teenage Ninja.
Oh, yeah.
Teenage Ninja Turtles.
I didn't watch that one, but I did watch Ninja Turtles. But I forgot she was April in that. But I'd say
both of them.
I would say she was more of an action heroine in Transformers than the Turtles. She didn't really do anything in the Turtles.
No, well, I mean, she does more than fucking Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. And then you got 50 Cent, the rapper.
I mean, I think he has done like action films though. Like I think there might be like more straight to DVDs.
Not even that, straight to YouTube.
he's definitely done them.
I wouldn't call him an action star though.
No.
I wouldn't call a lot of them action stars anymore, to be fair.
No.
But yeah.
But the premise of it was just like, oh, we'll just get all these sort of like old muscled 80s, 90s action heroes. We'll get them all together and have a big old Broforce style showdown. That should have just been a one and done. I didn't really need to.
I've only seen the first one.
Expend that. The first one's pretty good.
I wouldn't go that far. It's enjoyable in terms of...
It's mindless in the sense of it's guns and bombs and tits.
Guns and buns.
Whatever. Buns and guns.
But the beauty of it, not the beauty, but the fun of it is you just go, hey, it's Arnie, it's Stallone, hey, it's Jet Li.
No way, it's Jet Li, and all together, finally.
It's just like school playground conversations. We got, oh, can you imagine if there was a film that had Batman and it had Spider-Man and it had Iron Man and it had Dolph Lundgren and it had Jet Li?
Sorry, Batman, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Dolph Lundgren. That's what all the kids want to see.
I wanted to bring it back to the Expendables.
Oh, okay, right.
But yeah, it's not great, and we shouldn't be on this many of them.
No, it's the cash grab. Just like whilst they're still willing to make them, we'll still fund it because we'll make the money back.
Do you reckon they'll bring it back in like X years' time and it'll be The Rock and this person and this person?
I'm surprised The Rock isn't already in it.
He's probably been asked and he's like, I'll do it, but I've got to be in charge of everyone.
And also, I want $150 million. And I had to beat everybody in a fight or whatever.
Well, that's the thing even Statham have got, isn't it? They can't lose a fight and they can't get hit more than the other one. Something like that. Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous.
I'd say I want a new, like, rather than you kind of like your muscle-bound action hero. I want to see like your Steve Odenkirk nobody. I want to see John Wick. I want to see Dev Patel in Monkey Man.
Yeah.
I want to see these new ones who are like these really stylized ones. Get them together and have them kick the shit out of a bunch of bad guys.
I mean, I would be happy to watch them, just those three, versus the Expendables. I'd watch that.
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah, I'm not. I mean, I haven't watched the Continental. I probably won't watch this as soon as it comes out. But yeah, I thought
it depends on what the backstory for it is. If it's like it's a sequel to the Continental, then
what can you do though? Like you can't go. It's another John Wick TV show without John Wick.
It'll be a show about his wife who died just before John Wick 1 started.
Or maybe like about the puppy being born.
Well, it was only like 6 weeks old or whatever when they beat it to death.
Possibly, yeah.
What about what about John Leguizamo? Like the sort of like the car dealer.
Yeah.
It'll be a story about him or the Russians or something like that.
Actually, why don't we do? I can't remember the name of the character. It's Willem Dafoe's character in.
Oh yeah, like him as like the sort of the grizzled. Yeah, I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that actually. Yeah.
You could probably get him to do it as well.
He seems mad enough, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like, hey, do you want to come back and lead your own action series? Sure.
I'm
doing Spider-Man. I'm doing indie stuff. I'll do whatever you want. Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'd be well up for that. I think that'd be really good. However, losing my voice aside, moving on to the next thing, Dan. I got really fucking excited because there was a Pit Boy thing that popped up earlier. A Vault Boy thing, sorry, that popped up earlier. I was like, the fuck is this? And I'm just going to squash all your expectations and excitement, Dan. It was fucking nothing. And it was basically a trailer for Xbox Design Lab, where now you can have a Fallout-themed controller. Cool. That's it. But I want to call it out.
Pretty sure most third parties have given you the option to have a controller with some sort of
you can
Vault Boy, Pit Boy,
buy some
radiation,
stickers.
all that, yeah. Just buy your own. But, remember those like clip-on ones that you could just buy?
Yeah,
like...
You get like the jelly ones and stuff as well.
Yep.
But I wanted to call it out, not because this is a good thing, because it's just another design thing for the already expensive controller. But they know full well this isn't great news, which is why the trailer starts off as looking like it's a Fallout announcement. And then it's like, tricked you. It's a controller, baby. So
is it like a special edition, limited edition?
Well, it's actually more expensive than the other ones, but
well, of course it is.
Available to build today, the $85 pad features a unique collage of Vault Boy icons, including Easter eggs, as well as franchise-specific colours. You can start creating your Fallout controller with 4 different themes on the Xbox Design Lab website. Options are Vault Dweller, Brotherhood, Pit-Boy, and Mutant. While the cover's the same, the buttons, triggers, and D-pad sport colours to match their themes. For instance, the Mutant option offers green thumbsticks, while the Brotherhood has a red D-pad. And they look fine, but they don't look like... I assume D-Brand already do some kind of vinyl sticker thing you could put on it. People are probably 3D-printed shells that you could just like replace that and stuff.
Yeah.
And personally, if I'm spending close to £100 on a Xbox controller, I'll spend the extra 80 and just get a Elite.
I'd rather, what it can do is better than what it looks like.
Yeah.
Because most of the time I'm playing in the dark colour, so I can't see it.
Whenever I'm playing a game, Dan, I'm always like this. Not down here, not looking at it, and just looking at the screen.
Yep.
Oh, I also recommend
Eraser
Wolverine as well. Very good.
If you're a first person, it's purely a first person game, and then there's you can buy skins or whatever. It's just like I can never see them though. I can see like a loading screen and an inventory screen. That's pretty much it. I can never see it as it is.
I'm spending that $7.99 or whatever for you. You could see it while we're playing. I can't.
Pretty much, yeah.
This is why I like stuff like obviously Fallout. Fortnite's got a lot of skins and like people spending money and everything else, but at least you can see the character.
Yeah, what you're getting.
And so I don't get like this new operator, Rainbow Six Siege. I don't go shit. Can't see it.
No, but you're getting...
You get perks and stuff as well. That was a bad example.
Yeah.
Apex Legends would have been a better thingy.
I mean, again, it's... If you're buying new characters, then there's like different play styles that come with it. But if you buy a new outfit for a character, it's like cool. You'll see a sleeve. But you are buying it for everyone else to see you.
Yeah.
Which I know... people do it, and I don't really understand it, but whatever. You know, it's the same as like Call of Duty, like Warzone. You can buy like the boys ones, you can buy Godzilla ones. A mate of mine has actually bought you had the Godzilla like ghillie suit. It looks great, but he paid like £8 for it, and it means that when you're running around, you're dressed as a fucking Godzilla, and it's blue. Like you can get spotted from a mile away. It's not like you're instantly camouflaged.
Oh, is it not like
a
black? Is it not like a black green type colour?
No, it's just a green thing with like a big like Godzilla face, but it's all blue. It's like blue neon.
I thought that.
I'll show you a picture of it. Because like jumping out the back of a plane, it's like, mate, as soon as we go into a bush, everyone will see where you are.
What is the fucking point of that?
It looks great, but I was just like, yeah, maybe if... Oh yeah, because I forgot about this. Godzilla was in Call of Duty Warzone.
Yeah. They did the... I can't remember what... Was it versus Kong? Did it tie in with that?
Yeah, it was a not a crossover, it was a tie-in thing.
Same as the boys tying in with the last season.
Yeah, so there's a Godzilla one and a Kong one. I'm just going to send you this on Discord. I suggest that people Google along at home so they can see themselves. There you go. So obviously not the Kong one. I've sent it on Discord, you dingus.
Yeah, I know, but you're on Discord. So I've got to go on my phone and look at it, otherwise you'll disappear off the screen.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough.
The Kong one looks pretty cool. But it's also... Has he got a metal face?
No.
Kong looks like he's got a metal face.
No, it's still just... I don't think... Oh, it might just be like a mask or something, I guess.
I hate everything about both of them things.
But the Godzilla one is just like... It is like a ghillie suit, but it's just glowing blue neon.
I do not like that.
I was just like, there's no advantage to it, and he spent like £7 on it, the bloody idiot. It still looks great, though. When you jump out of the plane, you're like, oh, you look so cool.
Like, it's fun and everything else, but, like... It just seems silly, and I can't comment too much because I spent a lot of money on Fortnite skins. But when it's like, there's some I refuse to buy because it's like, well, they wouldn't use a gun. So if you got like Spider-Man, I do have a Spider-Man, but I won't buy one.
That's idiot logic, but sure.
No. It's just because like if I'm playing, I like it. Just seems weird having Spider-Man running around with fucking AKs and whatnot. It's silly, and I already have a Spider-Man that I didn't pay for, so I would have paid for a different one. What's the point?
Yeah, again, I think you're missing the point of this. It was just to show off to people.
Nah, that's not me.
That's what Fortnite is. It's all it is.
Big old event, new season coming up, Dan, which means there's going to be new characters.
Care, Callum, that's enough for today, I think. That'll wrap it up quite nicely.
I thought you got to trail off then, because that'll wrap it up really like that. Anyway, Dan, in case you forgot, this episode was brought to you by the WiMiUS P64 FHD projector, and there's a full review on the website and on the YouTube channel. And if you want, you can click the link and go straight to it. It's up to you. I'll leave you the option. Everything else that's gone up is what else have we done?
Well, Callum, we did Madden 2024. That's gone up. To people who have no idea what the hell American football's about. I'm almost expecting the comments to be sort of like, why don't you just do the tutorial? Or like learn about it before you start playing it.
That.
Because that's not fun, quite frankly.
It's not fun, and if I have to be explained what the rules are, it's not worth playing. I should find it out myself. It should be just...
Yeah, that's how sport works.
Yeah, it should just be common knowledge.
So that went up. We did another Convince Cal yesterday, or Monday, sorry. So we won't spoil that, but that'll be coming up soon. We've done a few more Sporkles. Callum, you did a couple of game shows. Guess the Steam game from the Steam review,
yes.
As well as what is it used for, whatever the fuck it's
No,
called.
it was who's that Pokemon and or object and or thing. Sorry, and or thing.
Yes,
and you did surprisingly
so those
well.
Have all got up. Thank you. And you've also done surprisingly well, as we've also had some decent reviews that have gone up. One of which is the projector that you mentioned and has just plugged again. So, Callum, I'd say that 2024, the year of Do, is off to a good start. We're pumping it out, mate. Pumping it.
We've been on the ball
pumping
a bit.
Hard and long.
On and off air, but we've got lots of reviews coming up. One I can't say anything about just yet, because there will be an embargo on it, but that's coming. There's a thing next to me right here that we've got a review coming up. There's some things coming some point this week, and then we've got 2 things coming next week. So we've got lots of reviews coming up, Dan.
Yeah, boy.
It's going to be real fucking good. But where can they go to see all this goodness?
Well, I would say they go to www.podcastversusplayer.com, and you can check out all of the reviews, everything else that we've mentioned, as well as the store, I guess.
Yes, there's a store on there.
There's the shop. You can buy like t-shirts and posters and mugs and things like that. There's also the wall where you can leave little comments directly to us. And there's also
manners. They're also on the website. I've had a little bit of a rejig of the homepage as well, Dan. Don't know if you'd noticed, but it's
nah, don't go on there.
But it's all looking a bit new. But yeah, lots of stuff coming up, lots of stuff that we've done, lots of stuff we're going to be doing, and get involved. Love it.
Get involved. Make sure you leave comments on videos because Callum will love to come on here and whinge about it.
No, I'm not going into it again. Right. See you in a bit.